Well, hello everybody. I am back. Charlie is in his room right now. He could come in here at any moment, but he's been sent to his room for getting in the cabinets and causing ultimate destruction yet once again. So, through the wiles of YouTube, I somehow missed DZ. Maybe I can do it like the British do. DZ, yeah, makes it a little bit easier to take those apart. Maybe that's why you guys say it that way. DZ Sabre, 100 subscriber video. I saw that just today. What? YouTube, stop hiding videos from me. YouTube. Anyway, so conversions. I don't know, I've done some conversions and I couldn't really pick a favorite conversion. But biggest thing in conversions for me is in my Inquisition army. I've got a bunch of my to be painted in this box right here. Things like these guys. Didn't really like the Crusaders that they had. And there's only 2 poses for them. So I decided to pick up this 3-man little box of the I forget what these guys are. The AOS dudes, Eternals, something, whatever. I scraped off their shields and stuff. You guys saw me do that in the video. And then I put power swords. I did leave the hammers on it first, but then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go full WYSIWYG. No need to confuse my opponent, or risk being accused of trying to confuse my opponent. A little dust on here. I've been up on the shelf for a week. Doesn't take long around here sometimes. So yeah, just a little bit of that. I took little things off their heads. Gonna make these mostly robotic in the head and face. Servitors basically is what I'm thinking of these Crusaders as. So Crusaders that are servitors for my Inquisition guys who use these. And then of course there was the combination of the witches and Skitarii weapons that I did for my Death Cult Assassins. Love those guys. Love those guys. Love them, love them, love them, love them. Allowed me to get 10 for a much cheaper price than if I would have got the regular ones. And I believe the regular ones only have 2 poses as well. And I've got 10 distinctly unique pose models, which is awesome. And the most recent conversion, I did some of these with you guys and finished them off. It's some Imperial Guard here. Swap heads with Skitarii chain swords that I pulled from all my Space Marines that I attached to Skitarii arms, and Space Marine bolters that I also put on with Skitarii parts. And these are base acolytes, base equipment, except the 1-point upgrade for the bolter of the last vessel. That's well worth it in these troops. And I've actually got to make quite more of these when I get the money and can afford to make more. Only thing is, probably have enough of the heads, and I can use the other type of heads, the Vanguard heads. It'll work out just fine. To make the other 40 that I need, plenty of those. Arms will start to become a problem after about another 20 or so. Chain swords will be a problem after another 4. Run out of chain swords. Thought I had plenty, but apparently no. I have plenty of power swords, but that's not going to work. Need more chain swords, so I'm going to have to go on the hunt for chain swords. Bolters I should probably be pretty good. Now these easy to convert here bolters from the Betrayal of Calth, I will probably run out of those before I get to the end of all these guys. But I'll be able to convert some other ones. It'll just take a little extra on it. So love these guys. So okay, multiple poses. The one acolyte model that GW has is just it itself is not WYSIWYG. It doesn't have anything. It will work for a Mystic. Just upgrading the new Imperial Agents. You could use that guy for a Mystic in your acolytes, but that's about it. And then of course GW suggests one of the more expensive options of using the jump troops or whatever to do these guys. Yeah, no GW, No. So yeah, I know he probably wanted just one model, but I'm just doing 1/4 my Inquisition. I love kit bashing in my Inquisition. It's probably why I love the Inquisition the most out of all my forces, and always go back to it to try to improve it and make it more battle ready and everything so I can use it, is because I can do so much with the models and put so much of myself into the army. Another one for my Imperial Agents, I took these skulls. I can't remember where I found them. I think they came with a lot of different other kits. There were little skulls on there, some of my Dark Elder and stuff like that. And I used them to make me some Legion of the Damned. Now I'll have to do some painting here. I don't know how good I'll be at that, but I'll do my best. You know, but we do have skulls on them. And that's a minor one. But overall, just, you know, taking a few parts from a few kits, getting them together. For me, it's all about making it as WYSIWYG as possible. So when I put my army down on a table, my opponent can tell me what my models are equipped with, and that means I've done well in my conversion process of making my models. Now, and I know there's some controversy about what went on at the LVO and converted models, but I'll not get into that here. We actually do get into that in our Come the Apocalypse podcast that I'm doing now locally with some buddies, and you guys should go and check that out. I think iTunes, you can find it, Come the Apocalypse GT. Yeah. Golf Tango, there you go. But for me, I try to avoid all that. I try to make sure that when the opponent looks down at my models, even the ones that aren't GW, because I have the few Dreamforge ones, but if you look at those, they're in my Acolyte army. You can see, hey, those guys have bolters, those guys have power armor. You know, it looks like that. You can say, hey, this is this. So pretty good. What am I trying to say? Strategy's not the word I'm looking for, but it'll work for now. Pretty good strategy when doing your conversions. Try to make sure that, especially if you're going to play them on the tabletop against opponents, that it's pretty easy to figure out what the war gear is, what the model's trying to represent, and making it obvious for your opponent so that there's no arguments about, oh, that model, that's not that, that's crazy, or people thinking, you know, you're trying to get on that edge of the cheaty side of things. But other than that, yeah, those are just some conversions I've done lately. I'll be doing more. I'm still trying to figure out a good candidate for the Daemon Host models, even though I probably don't need them on tabletop. I just maybe want some that I can have in my army just for fun. And some other Inquisitors. I'm going to have to make some cheaper Inquisitors for certain lists and certain weapon loadouts. I may start, the next one I build up, I may do 2 different Inquisitors, one power armored, one not power armored, and then magnetize a bunch of options for those guys. And that way that I'll have 2 kind of Inquisitors that I can sub in at super low points, or maybe add a few things that I might need in the army. That'll probably be what I do. But I guess if I have to pick one right now, it's going to be these Death Cult Assassins that I made. Love them, love them, love them, love them. You can tell, 2 power weapons on them. Just power swords. Some of the other ones that actually have, you know, swords. I kept some of the Dark Elder weapons that are very sword or blade-like, just to give some uniqueness into each of them, and got them all sorted up. So love these. And it's a pretty easy conversion. Just took some Dark Eldar Witches, stuck Skitarii arms on a lot of them. Some of them I used Dark Eldar arms, just swapped weapons. You know, like these got the robotic arms from the Skitarii and stuff. Just swapped them out. Made sure they all had swords, 2 swords, so that they matched WYSIWYG for the weapons. And then just was able to get so many poses, so much awesome from that model kit bash. Use the Skitarii hoods to kind of give them that more ninja assassin-y look. That really worked out well. Of course, I could use those tin hoods on some more of these guys. But in a way, this kind of ties these 2 units together in the army, you know. Which is a little sad for me because it may mean that I might need to get some more of the Skitarii guys to get more of the heads. And they're $10 more than the Imperial Guard guys. I could use the Skitarii guys as a unit of base acolytes. I'd have to just do some weapon swaps and stuff. So we'll see. I may do that. I may do, you know, I think I have enough for 1 more or 2 more units of this. And then I need 2 more units so I could buy 2 of these and do the Skitarii up with the bolters and chainswords. That might work. I don't know. Alright, well, I'm going to end this because I've rambled on too long about my conversions and stuff. DZ Sabre, congratulations on 100 subscribers. Keep growing, keep going, man. And keep doing what you're doing. Alright, everybody. I'll talk to you later.